Can you read that right there? I gotta get surgery, and it's not that bad. Like, I gotta wake up tomorrow morning at like 4, go to the hospital, get there by 5, get surgery, spend the night in the hospital, and then I'm straight. I'll be in a sling though. Oh yeah, I have this thing called thoracic outlet syndrome, or thoracic outlet decompression, I think it says right there. And here's the story. Okay, let me break it down. Here's how it happened. I was at EVIT, which is like a little trade school. Like, you go to high school for half the day, then you go to EVIT for half the day. Pretty dope. So I was at EVIT in the studio because I do music and I did radio and audio production. I graduated, obviously, but that's what I did. And I did that. So it was like the last weekish of school, like the week before last week of school, and I was like, my arm is like killing me. It was this arm. It's this arm. And I was like, what's the problem? And I was like, I don't know. Maybe I just stopped sleeping off. Maybe I slept on it wrong. I don't know. Maybe I carried some equipment and my arm hurt. I don't know. Basically, I went to work right after that, and it kept hurting me. And I was like, guys, my arm's feeling. I didn't say anything about my arm until getting into the shift, because then my arm started to swell. And I was like, that's weird, because I've never had this happen before. I was like, I didn't get bit by a bug or anything. But I was like, you know what? I didn't tell anyone. I just worked on it. I was like, you know what? I'll sleep on it and I'll be fine. Next day comes. My arm's like a little red. I didn't tell anyone, and I was like, it's not going away. But I was like, you know what? Whatever. Maybe it'll go away tomorrow. And I went to work later that day, and I worked, and it really hurt. And I told him, and I was like, yo, something's weird happening to my arm. It started yesterday, and but then this girl who's working with me, she's like, she did some stuff to be what are they called? To be like the people who are in like the ambulance. I don't know, like the quick, smart nurse people. I don't know what they are, but she was trained to become one of those. And like, she's like, yeah, it doesn't feel like there's any blood flow coming out of your arm. And I was like, nah, no, that can't be right. So I just worked, and I was like, my arm really hurts. I was trying to like give it some rest. Next day comes, I work again, and like my arm is like destroyed, and I was like scaring, like it was fat. It literally, my arm looked like one of those, like, think of Wall-E, and think of the fat people in Wall-E. Think of how fat their arms were. That's how big my arm was. I was like, oh my god, am I this fat? Like, that was when I first started swelling up. I was like, oh no, this one's actually way bigger than this one. I had no idea what was the problem. Then the day later, I told my mom, and I was like, yo, my arm is like not doing what it should be doing, and it hurts. And then we went. She's like, okay, let's go see your pediatrician. I haven't seen my pediatrician in like 10 years. Okay, I already know, but it's been like 5. It was a good 6 years since I see my pediatrician. I know it's bad, but like, boy's busy. Okay, so we went to see him. He's like, yeah, I can't do anything for you here. The best thing I can do is recommend you to blah blah blah. And then me and my mom were just like, all right, whatever. We're just gonna go to the ER, make sure it's not anything like deadly. And we went to the ER. We got there at 6-ish. We stayed there until 2 in the morning. They had to do tests. We did a CAT scan, I think. Yes. We even did an ultrasound on my arm. We did a bunch of stuff. In the end, they were like, oh my god, they put a needle in my arm. I hate needles. So in the end, they were like, well, we don't really know what's wrong with you, so we're just, we're gonna here take this pill and then go see this doctor on this day. It was like Tuesday of next week. I think it was like a Thursday. We went to the ER. And we're like, oh my god. So they prescribed me on Xarelto, which is a blood thinner, which is it's super dope. Instead of like back in the day when you had to do blood thinners, you had to like shoot yourself up and like go every other day and get your blood checked. It was bad. But now you can just take a pill, and I was like, dope, I can just take a pill. So I was like, popping pills is all we know. Pop the pill. And I had no idea what it was for. I was low-key kind of sketch. I was about to fake taking it, but I just ended up taking it. I was like, you know what? If I die, I die. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. It is what it is. But I took it, and it actually like really helped. With it, like, helped the swelling in my arm, the discoloration, because my arm was purple. So like everything started to look normal-ish after a few days of being on the Xarelto. Then we saw a doctor, and he's like, it's usually only like one thing if a kid your age comes in and he's having troubles with this, blah 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 blah. He's like, he's like, he drew it all. He's like, you have thoracic outlet syndrome, and me and my dad were like, what's that? And basically, it's thoracic outlet syndrome is, in a nutshell, it's like when it can happen in any parts of your body, but for me, this is what happened for me. So it's like right here, so all the muscles and the bones in my shoulder compressed on the little vein that like runs through the bones and around, and then like through your arm. So my stuff is squeezing on that vein, and it made my vein and my artery by it to clot. Yeah, a blood clot. I'm only like 18. It's cool. So that's bad. But luckily for me, I'm young, so they didn't like put a stent in the blood clot, because usually when you're young, and if you get a stent, like if they put a splint or stent, whatever it's called, in there, it usually doesn't help at all. But this guy, we just keep talking to him, there's a surgery that they do to relieve the pressure, and usually this only happens with pitchers or big body lifters who use their arms like a ton. And I was like, bro, I haven't worked out for like 2 years. I lift equipment and I work at a coffee shop, but I have no. He's like, maybe it's from your, because I have a heavy backpack. And then the next doctor's like, maybe it's because you're heavy back. I was like, I don't know, whatever. So I have it. But we keep talking to this doctor, and there's a surgery that they do where they go in right here, they cut through, and then they detach like the muscles from my neck, and they do everything, and then the surgery I'm getting tomorrow, they cut out a portion of my top rib on this side, and then that helps relieve pressure and stuff for the vein, so that I'm straight. But it's not that hard of a surgery. It's just very rare. So the first doctor we talked to, he's only done like 4 of them in his whole career. He only did 4, and we were like, whew, okay. So he's recommended us to get a second opinion, thank God, and we did. So we talked to another guy, and the guy we ended up talking to is like, yo, I'm not your guy, but my partner is. So then we go talk to his partner, and then that guy ends up being the dude. He's the one who's doing surgery on me tomorrow. He is Dr. Rodriguez. He is the GOAT. He does at least 10 to 15 of these a year, which is crazy because nobody else in the whole state of Arizona does these as much as he does, which is cool. So basically, I've been off blood thinners since the end of May, and I've been like not able to use my left arm like at all, even though I've used it, and it's really bad. But yeah, I do what you gotta do. But I was told I'm not allowed to lift anything over 10 pounds, which really sucks. So I had like DJ events I had to do, so I had to hire just my homies, and they'd help me like carry my equipment and set everything up, which is dope. But I don't know, it was rough. And then I was supposed to get surgery on June 18th, but some stuff happened, and then I had to go to LA, which there will be a video all on my trip to LA, and that is dope. Oh my god, if it hasn't came out yet, maybe it came out, maybe it didn't, probably didn't, because I have a lot to edit, and I suck at editing. Like, I suck at turnaround time, first off. Alright, getting back on topic. But I pushed it back because I had to go to LA, and now it's tomorrow, which it would be July 12th? Yes, which is in an hour and 6 minutes from right now. And I'm not allowed to eat anything after 12. I have to get to the hospital at 5 and get surgery. Hopefully they don't drug me up too much, and I had to like tell my parents some crazy stuff. But if that's the worst thing that happens, it is what it is. So yeah, that's my story. Thoracic outlet syndrome. Just don't get it. You can't really prevent it. You just gotta like, if it happens, it happens. Big boys, big girls, I get it. But yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say. Wow. Surgery. Okay, so this right here, yeah, this is what I need to put in my body. It's called enoxaparin. I don't. Can you read that? Well, it's probably backwards, but I don't know. Yeah. This is the last one I have to take, luckily. Oh my god, this thing. Take it off. Focus. Yeah, so when you inject this thing, it's supposed to go, it can go like anywhere, but at least I prefer to put it in my stomach. That's where I've done it, and it's worked, and I haven't died yet. Let's do it. So I've done, you can see I've done a few. So 1, 2, then I did another one right there. And we'll do the other one in like this area. Cool. So it's like an inch away from the belly button and then just kind of like around there. It took me so long to like put this in, like I don't know, I was like, should I do it here, should I do it there? And I was like, you know what, fuck it, boom, and we did it. This is the last one I've had to do, and my camera is on face eye detection, so it's only detecting my face. But you know what? That's all that matters, because this is nothing now. This is powerless, bro. I hate needles so much. It's like I hate nothing more than needles. Like when I was a kid, like I'm pretty sure I still have like wellness shots and a bunch of stuff to get from when I was a kid that I never got, because I hate getting shots. Shots are the devil. Like, just look at that. No, I don't want to put that in my modern medicine. You gotta love it.
Looking up, baby, but what were you talking about? Oh yeah, your boyfriend made you mad the other day? What was he saying? Oh, what do I think? He was being mean at that point, but I'm sure he's gonna turn around at some point as well. And I love the thought of being with you, or maybe it's the thought of not being so alone. The second one's way sadder than the first one, but I don't know. I love the thought of being with you.